Good morning everyone, it's me again, Clem from clemtravlog. It's now around 10 minutes to 7 o'clock. I'm in Deer Park.
I'm clemtravlog.
So ready to roll. We start riding at 7:30. Half an hour later from our initial plan. So this is a 60 kilometers pre-event training ride for Gavin, Kevin and I to prepare ourselves for the next month's Great Ocean Road and Otway Classics. This route, with a roughly 373 meters of elevation, starting from Keilor Creek Trail in Deer Park, passing through a few suburbs to Taylor's Creek Trail in Taylor's Lake before reaching Brimbank Park. We turned into M80 Western Ring Road Trail once we reached Brimbank Park and rode towards Jakana. At Jakana, we rode on Mooney Creek Trail towards Footscray and then Sunshine Footscray Trail to get back to Deer Park. By the way, we have a special guest for this ride, Marco! So, as usual, I'm riding my BMC Team Machine 7. Kevin is riding his Giant Defy. Marco is riding his gravel bike, Merida Celifix, I think, 4000. And Gavin is riding his own custom made. He built his own bike, the Giant TCR. After got off from Keilor Creek Trail, we rode on several residential streets, passing through Alburnvale, Kings Park and Delay. Riding on residential street was my priority of this route design. This was the first time Kevin riding outdoor with clipless, thus also a kickstart for Kevin and Gavin to get used to ride on the road instead of shape path. Anyway, by crossing this railway track of Sydenham railway line, we got into Taylor's Lake and heading to Taylor's Creek Trail. So now we are starting to ride on Taylor's Creek Trail. We're going to heading to Brimbank Park now. Crossing. Morning.
Morning.
This is Taylor's Creek.
Wow, we got here already, huh?
Yeah, I told you.
How many Ks we done? We done 10 Ks already.
Nah, not yet. Almost.
I've got 10.1 here.
Yeah? Yeah, maybe.
I can't believe how fast we got here, man.
Yeah, because your average speed is around 25, 27 just now.
Yeah.
I was keep looking at. You're doing well on the road.
Yeah, no.
That's the pace we need.
Dude, I feel so good. Like, I feel fresh.
Yeah.
My heart rate's very low too.
Yeah.
Higher than what it was when I went riding last time, you know?
Yeah. Coming to this point, I was really glad that Kevin did so well, as he used to be the person who always struggled during our group ride. But now, he was able to draft behind me most of the time. Looks like his training on Zwift really made a massive difference. Once we crossed Sunshine Avenue, we reached at the suburb of Keilor. A historical area used to be a campsite for Barlock team to and from the diggings at Castamine, Bendigo and Ballarat during the Gold Rush era. It was also one of the first places to demonstrate the antiquity of Aboriginal occupation of Australia, when the cranium, which was nearly 15,000 years ago, was found in 1940 by James White in the area. Reaching this point, we turned off from Taylor's Creek Trail, started to ride on Old Calder Highway. This was the first non-residential street of this route, a level up route for us in difficulty in terms of road traffic. This road, Old Calder Highway, was originally a main route connecting Melbourne and the northwestern cities of Victoria until 1970 and replaced it by today Calder Freeway, which located parallelly next to this road. Although this road has turned into a less important link, it still remains as an important road for the locals, and it can get busy during the peak hours. We are quite lucky to have rode on this road in the early morning with less traffic on it. Made this ride feel like piece of cake. We are now crossing Maribonong River via this historical iron bridge. This bridge was built in 1848 when the Keilor was still a country town. It was used for the Balok teams to cross the river during the early days. Once we crossed the river, we were entering the area of Brimbank Park in the suburb of Keilor East, a park located on Keilor Plain, a flood balsa eruption lava in some parts up to 70 meters deep from surrounding volcanoes which happened 1 million years ago. The name Brimbank Park derived from the brim of the bank, as early settlers used the Fertile River as stock runs around the brim of the bank. Also, this was where our first climbing challenge started. Yeah. So we have arrived at Brimbank Park. Whew. Let's start the first hard climb. This about 1 kilometer wave climbs located on the border of Brimbank Park has a roughly 50 meters of elevation and average of 4.8% of gradient. It shouldn't be a hard climb, but for us who were not climbers, it gave us a certain level of challenge, especially with the rough surface.
That was a nice hill.
Yeah. Where's Gavin?
She was right next to me.
It was at this moment.
Wow, eh?
Okay, he's still going. There is a segment on this climb known as Keilor OC Highway climb. According to the segment results in Strava, my average speed on this climb was 9.2 km per hour and spent 6 minutes and 44 seconds. Kevin's average speed was slower, with only 7.4 km per hour during his 7 minutes 44 seconds of time. It was really weird as Kevin finished ahead me and should have better result than me. Thus, this segment did not pick up Gavin's and Marco's result. Come on, nearly finished! You can do it! Come on! Come on, Gavin!
That's it, brother.
Very good! Very good! So we complete the first climb. Everyone made it?
Gavin did good. He didn't get off his bike.
Normally, Clement will see me stop, eh?
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
it?
This time I didn't see.
Halfway.
This time I didn't see. Very good.
This one here. Hey, how's it going? See you later.
So we are currently riding on M80 Western Ring Road Trail. The freeway is actually on my left hand side, the Western Ring Road. So we completed 18.2. Roughly use time 59 minutes. Average speed 18.
That's no good.
Say, let's get above 20, man. At least.
Yeah, that's our aim. Okay, let's go.
Meanwhile,
Oh, let's go. This is what always annoys me while riding, even some of the time when I am just a pedestrian. According to Vic Road Traffic Control at intersection laws, when turning at an intersection, a driver must always give way to the pedestrian and cyclists who are entering or crossing the road the driver is turning into, especially when there is a green light to address pedestrian and cyclists to cross the road. There have been so many cycling fatal accidents lately involving careless road user, but people still do not take it seriously. So we are actually now in the suburb of Tullamarine. Woo! Tullamarine, a suburb which named after an Aboriginal boy that burned down the first Gau of Melbourne in the early colonial days. Go. Just content, just go. For content. Look at this valley. Woo! Yay! So nice. Alright, get ready for the hell climb. This is Mooney Pond and we're going to climb into Jakana. We're going to do the hell climb. This short climb, the hardest climb of this route, located on Western Ring Road Trail between Mooney Pond Creek and Eleanor Street of Jakana. It is around 500 meters long with a 31 meters of elevation, an average of 5.8% of gradients. Gavin and I did this climb last year and we hope to get better results for this year. This was also the time to see how much Kevin has improved from Zwift and how strong was Marco. Already 8% of gradient.
It was at this moment.
What's wrong with that? Jesus, not so lazy, isn't it? When you got electric.
Come on! Come on! I was leading at the first half, mainly because I know the route and I built up momentum before climbing. But once it came to 300 meters, Marco started to chase up and eventually overtook me. Okay, this is the last harder part.
Wow,
8, 9, 10. Come on, you can make it! Ah! No more big climb. You did well. Good job. Don't worry, this is the hardest climb.
I remember this one.
So we just did the climb on Jakana. It's actually not hell anymore, I believe, because we improved a lot. I think I only gave me struggle a little bit. We stopped halfway, so keep going. Now we're going to get connected to Mooney Pond Creek Trail. That's the bridge that Gavin talking about. This white duck carries Albion Jakana River line across Mooney Pond Creek. It's one of the most iconic views of Mooney Pond Creek Trail. Runs roughly 26 kilometers along Mooney Pond Creek between Dockland and Greenville. By entering this trail near this white duck in Glenroy and towards south, it will lead us to West Melbourne. This section of the route was an easy cruise down slope ride that allowed us to regain some energy after previous climbs. But Kevin and I decided to attack to increase our average speed. Crossing! Thank you! Another thing that annoys me all the time is some sharepath users do not understand the rules to be followed while using it. Sharepath is an area open to the public that is designated for the use of both bicycle riders and pedestrians. One of the most fundamental rules is to keep to the left side of the path, unless it is impractical to do so to avoid conflict with oncoming bicycle or pedestrian. During my 3 years riding in Melbourne, I realized there are still some level lack of sharepath culture being practiced. There are many cases even people refuse to move left after you ring your bell when they are walking in the middle of the sharepath. Alright, let's wait them there here. Yeah, just wait here.
2,000 years later.
All good? Gavin, you alright? Guessing out? Nah.
Just stop there because of corner. I didn't know
Yeah.
which way, yeah?
Here as well, that's why we stopped.
We call that a cornerman system.
Oh, there.
That's good, thanks.
Yeah.
All good, yeah? Hey, big group here, yay! Yeah, turn right and then we're heading to Footscray.
Another 20 kilometers more?
Yeah. Once we reach Footscray and then we'll reach Sunshine and then we'll go all the way to Albion and then we'll be Furlong Road and then back to your house.
Really easy.
No, actually shooting back to your
Caroline Springs, aren't we?
Yeah. Go, go, go. Thank you. So now we are in West Melbourne, Footscray Road Trail, heading to Sunshine. This short 2.9 kilometers Footscray Road Trail runs along Footscray Road in West Melbourne, connecting Mooney Point Creek Trail and Capital City Trail in the east, Westgate Trail and Maribyrnong River Trail in the west. It is one of the mainstay paths for the cyclists and pedestrians to leave CBD area and get into western suburbs of Melbourne without crossing the river by ferry. Yeah, we did 45 k's. Riding time is 2 hours 9 minutes. Average speed at least back to the minimum, sitting on 21. We plan to go 25 average of 25 kilometers per hour. Crossing Maribyrnong River. We are now in Footscray. There is no direct shape path connecting Footscray Road Trail and Sunshine Footscray Trail in Footscray. We need to ride on the busy Napier Street and Buckley Street and cross under Princess Highway to get connected to Sunshine Footscray Trail. This Sunshine Footscray Trail, just like what the name says, is a trail connecting two suburbs, Sunshine and Footscray. It's a roughly 5.5 kilometers trail, act as an alternative route to Sunshine Road and provide a safer using experience for the cyclists and pedestrian away from the busy Sunshine Road.
Meanwhile,
Okay. Me and him, our legs are starting to burn now.
Yeah?
Yeah, slowly. That's why I slowed down a bit.
Okay, let's slow down, let's slow down.
So no, we can still go above 20, but we won't go as hard.
Alright. Yeah, you need to tune more. Maybe that's the reason. Gavin built his own bike from scratch. He brought parts from different places and made it into one piece. Without bike building experience, he spent 4 months to build this bike. Even though there are still some minor issues with his delirium tuning, which impact his riding performance, I was so impressed with his effort, as I didn't have the confidence to do what he did. I believe he can perform very well once he got those issues sorted. I'm gonna open fire. Whoa, shit! Holy shit! You beat me!
Wow, eh? So that's why I slowed down a bit.
Oh my god! You see your power from all the training? I think in some stage your FTP might be already over me.
Nice!
Once we crossed under Balara Road, we started to ride on St. Albans Road. This section of St. Albans Road was a bit dangerous, especially on this bridge that crossed Jakana railway line. It was a narrow bridge, rough surface with a lot of heavy vehicles using it. Where are they?
Not there?
No. Once we crossed the bridge, we stopped and waited for Gavin and Marco. Unfortunately, they were not showing up in our sight. This was strange as they couldn't have been so far behind. So I decided to give them a call. Calling Gavin, not picking up. Calling Marco, not picking up as well. Hopefully nothing happens. After 10-15 minutes of waiting, we got very worried. Just like the ants on the hot rock surface. We decided to turn back and find them. Do you see two cyclists?
Two guys has come past before.
Yeah.
Now usually the first ones to come back, mate.
Oh,
They must be lost.
they lost very far then. Oh well, we have to go back there then.
Yeah.
Excuse me, do you see two cyclists?
Two cyclists?
Yeah. One wearing white, one wearing grey.
No, I
No?
don't see them if they come down this way. No.
That's weird, where they go. Alright, thank you.
meanwhile,
So you're on Ballarat Road, are you? Okay. Alright, we'll meet you at our place then.
What happened?
They turned down the wrong side, so
So after we launched the emergency search operation, no, I meant after we searched around, Kevin finally able to contact Marco. They got confused at the intersection between Albion Station before Balara Road, and they have forgotten I mentioned about going through Furlong Road. We go all the way to Albion and then we'll be Furlong Road. They turn into another direction, go on Balara Road towards Deer Park. Regardless what, as long as there are no accident involved, that's fine. So Kevin and I continue on St. Albans Road, and Marco and Gavin continue on Balara Road. We will all met again back in Deer Park. Almost there, we are in Keilor now. We're gonna cross Station Street at the front via Kurui Creek Trail.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight.
So we almost reached. Whoa, whoa! I didn't expect that. Man, I'm proud of you, to be honest.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
The result is like, I have to say, I'm very surprised.
How long,
Oh, good.
How long have you been waiting here for?
Oh, 5 minutes, Gavin.
Oh, that's alright.
Oh, only 5 minutes?
Well, you know how far we went
Maybe
back?
10. I don't know. I'll put so maybe 10. I'll 10.
Oh.
Let's say 10. Gavin told me, don't worry about them. They're too slow for us anyway. We'll just go this way.
Let's see. What's the effort? 66 kilometers, 66.8 in 3 hours and 30 minutes ride. We actually didn't reach the elevation we want. Less than 400. It's only 300. It's only 372. I'm glad that you came.
No, that was good.
Maybe
I
next
loved
week,
it.
maybe another week we'll do Brimbank Park.
Yeah.
I
I tried to go Brimbank Park next Friday.
Oh yeah,
I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
If you go next Friday, I'll probably
Yeah.
come too.
I think I need that for training too.
Let's not get ahead.
Alright, so we did our 60k. Eventually I did 66k, and now I'm gonna get a little bit of change. Just get rid of my stinky jersey, and then we're gonna have some coffee down the corner in Keilor Spring. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Whew. See you in the cafe. So we are in Keilor Spring. We're gonna have a bit of brekkie brunch in this Fayrouz cafe. Oh, Lebanese coffee. Thank you. Ooh.
The bread is so good, huh? Crunchy.
Woo!
Good ride, man.
Alright, good ride, good food. Finish our brunch at this Lebanese cafe called Fayrouz. Fayrouz, yeah, very beautiful. Good quality of food. And I bought some dessert home for my family. Some baklava.
He's a good hustler, man.
Anyway, it was a good ride and good company. We need to do it again before our Great Ocean Road ride. So anyway, it's time to go home now. We will see you on our next adventure. Goodbye.
See you guys.
Bye. Woo! Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to click the like, subscribe my channel, and share it to everyone. Leave a comment if you have any feedback for me.